our time. Let's start right away. So in the last class,
Mataji, your internet is freezing and voice is also freezing.
Mataji, we can stop your video so your voice will be clear. Mataji is joining in a minute, bro. उनका नेटवर्क थोड़ा सा चक्कर है.
Okay, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Can hear you now.
Yeah. Is it better?
Seems to be working now.
Okay. For me also, your video is stopping again and again.
नहीं, सौरभ bro का video is fine, Mataji. It is lag from your side.
हाँ, can I join on phone? Will that be better?
Yeah, you can join on phone, but maybe if you want to share screen,
that is the issue.
बोलना ही है तो आप मोबाइल से बोल लीजिए, फिर maybe half an hour after when you want when you,
Nice shows.
uh,
No, I wanted to share screens also. Like for me, Saurav's videos all halting and I can't see anybody on the screen.
so what you can do, आप अपना mobile से what do you have connected, hotspot or Wi-Fi?
Wi-Fi से होंगे.
नेटवर्क चेंज करके देख लीजिए.
So I'll do one thing. Are you there or will you be leaving?
I'll be leaving in 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Okay. Okay. So I'll share one small video with Saurav. Fine. Then मैं phone से join करती हूँ. Can you tell Saurav that I'm
I
sending
got
him
it,
videos?
Mataji. Yeah, I saw the video. It sent it on
Okay,
WhatsApp.
okay, another one. I'm sending. I'll join from phone.
Okay, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yes. Okay. So we'll start. So last class we had discussed about gross body, and I had also sent a video. I hope all of you saw it and understood that we can see, touch, dress up, and clean this gross body. It is made up of 5 elements, and it is not permanent. It is finished at the time of death. So when somebody dies in our family, we take him to the funeral and the body is put to fire, especially in Hindus. It is burnt. So the gross body is finished. So after that, in the last class, we also learned about little bit about subtle body. So we'll continue with that. And also we discussed about mind. So we'll go today more into detail about what we learned in the last class. So soul has got two coverings, gross body and subtle body. Subtle body is inside this gross body. And it is invisible. So like we can see the gross body, we can see various parts, face, hands, legs, we can see everything about gross body, but this subtle body cannot be seen. Now this subtle body is made up of three things. First is mind. Second is intelligence. And third is false ego. Now what happens at the time of death, this subtle body is not destroyed. As we just said that when somebody dies in our family, what happens? The outer body, the gross body is put to fire. And we never see that person again. But in reality, the inner part, the subtle body and the soul, both are not destroyed. So the subtle body remains, and what it does, it carries the soul to another place. Where the soul and subtle body gets another body in order to fulfill the desire of the mind. So as we discussed last time, that the mind has so many desires. I don't know if people remember. Anyways, we'll discuss that again. But the mind has so many desires. Mind wants this, mind wants that. There is an endless list which the mind wants. So how can those desires be fulfilled unless there is a body? Now the subtle body, which we also called as a ghost body, and the soul cannot do anything unless a body is given. So because of the endless desires of, these desires are created in the mind, therefore, when the gross body dies, the subtle body and soul moves on to the next body, next new gross body. So this is called next birth or reincarnation. So
Mataji, would you type the words and put, please?
Huh.
Or should I put it? If you're on the phone, maybe difficult for you, no?
Phone also, I'll put it.
Okay.
So now I'm going to share a very, very small 12-second animation video, and not a very professional video. my son tried to make it so that, it is easy to understand the concept of how the subtle body and the soul leaves the gross body and enters into another body. Now, please understand something very, very, very critical here. It is not important, it is not necessary that when the subtle body leaves the gross body, it will enter into a human body. So first, let's watch the video and then we'll move, discuss on this point a little more.
Mataji, you want me to show the video?
The animation one video, no? The cartoon kind of video that is there. So you can run it 2-3 times because it runs very fast. So they might not be able to capture it. So tell them to just watch carefully. You have to max out the screen, Saru, or is it okay? And I'm not able to see. Because on the phone, it's not visible to me.
Mataji, nobody is able to see the video or what?
Okay, is it why? It's running, no? You could see.
I can see it on my screen, but everybody cannot see it. It's a technical thing which I don't know. Wait, just give me 1 minute.
Sure. Yeah, I think now it's better. So you can run it one more time. Yeah. So you can ask them what could they understand, what is happening. So there are two parts actually. Once you minimize the video, you can tell them that there are two parts. Inside the sat body, there is a spark of the soul also, which is visible. So there is a ghost-like shape of the subtle body, and then there is a soul inside.
So we saw a person getting old and dying, and then there was there was that shape, that thing. And that was the subtle body which has the mind and the soul inside, and that got into the baby and into the newborn, and yeah.
Yeah, okay. So they've understood.
So all agree. It's the same thing.
Okay, so this is actually the process where after every time person dies, this outer layer, outer body gets destroyed, and the inner part, the soul and the the subtle body moves on to the next body. So now let us come to what is actually inside this subtle body. So inside this subtle body, we have mind, intelligence, and false ego. So we are not discussing about soul right now. Okay, the soul is separate. Currently, we are only discussing about subtle body. Right. So last time, I don't know if any of you remember that we have discussed that like a pyramid, we have our 5 senses, which is at the lowest level. Like when we move from lower to higher level, in that way, our senses at that lowest level, like we can hear, we can taste, we can touch, we can smell, we can see, right? So at the bottom most, these 5 senses are present. And from these senses, we gather information, we gather knowledge. And all this information goes to the mind. So mind is like a storage device that also we had discussed last time. Like you have a memory chip or you have a USB where all the information keeps getting stored. Because how it is stored? Because we see so many things, we smell, we touch, and we hear, so many things we are getting knowledge through. All these are senses, and it is everything is going and getting stored in our mind. Now, mind has only one job. The job of the mind is, I like it and I don't like it. So if I like it, I will accept it. If I don't like it, I will reject it. For example, there is a child who is very fond of running, and he wants to come first in the race. And 2-3 times he's already participated, but he never wins and he always keeps losing the race. So chances are that he will develop a fear and a kind of a thought that, yes, I can never win the race. So that fear will develop and it will get settled in his mind. So next time when he participates, his mind will tell him, no, you are a loser, you can never win. So where does he get this information? In the mind, because mind has the experience of losing. Next time you go to a restaurant and you want to, you go to a restaurant and the food is just delicious. So after 1 month, if you want to visit a place, you will say, your mind will say, let's go to the same restaurant. because you have got some wonderful memories. You have tasted the food there, and memories of that place are simply wonderful. And your mind tells that, okay, let's visit that place again. Another example, suppose somebody's parents have died in car crash. So such a person not only would be scared in his own life to ever sit in a car, but now comes the very important point. These kind of things, especially which are attached
Sorry,
to,
Mataji, is the person involved in the crash?
yeah, suppose the child is also there and he survived the crash. And just an example I'm giving. So if the child is survives and the parents die, so always he's always been a trauma. He will never sit in a car, or some memory he will attach to it. But these kind of memories, especially such strong incidents, are actually carried forward in our next life also. For example, you would have many of you probably in your life would have experienced that you have fear of height. If you go to 14th or 15th floor of a building, you feel very scared. Or some people might fear drowning. You go to a river or you go to a beach, you will really feel very horrified going near the beach or near water. So maybe in this life nothing has happened, but you still fear going near water, or you still fear going on top of the building. Why? Because mind, which is which is storing everything from previous birth, has recorded some incident which is full of trauma for you. Maybe in your last birth you died of drowning. Maybe in your last birth you fell from a building. So these kind of memories are all stored in our mind. And when that subtle body goes to another body, those memories, although you don't remember the incident, but the fear is carried forward in the mind. Right? So good memories, wonderful memories, memories which are very bad, everything is actually, it is like a supercomputer. Our mind is like a supercomputer. No, it doesn't have memories of this lifetime, it also has memories of previous births also. Now, so is this concept of mind clear? What is mind full of? So mind only makes choices that I want this and I don't want this. It is full of memories of this life, of previous life. But yes, because Krishna makes us forget with every new birth, so we don't remember many things from our previous life. But yes, we do have very tragic incidents are stored in our mind. Now let us move to the next level. So mind has anybody doubt? They can ask me after class. So after senses, the next level is mind. Now superior to the mind comes intelligence. It tells what is right and what is wrong. And it tells the mind to do the right thing. For example, you're walking on the road and you find a 500 rupee lying. So your mind will say, wow, 500. Today to lottery day. Aaj to lottery lag gayi. Let's pick it in, put it in my pocket and let's have a party with this 500 rupee note. But at the same time, your intelligence will tell, no, this money does not belong to you. This money might be belonging to somebody who's very poor. So pick up that money. If you can't find anybody to return this money, go and put it in the temple. Go and buy some food and feed the poor people. I should not enjoy this money. But if the mind is uncontrolled, it will reject the suggestion given by the intelligence. So when we chant Hare Krishna, maybe many of you would be thinking that why Mataji is all the time telling to chant, chant, chant. So what happens when we chant? We will start listening to our intelligence. Our mind will actually start listening to our intelligence. And what will intelligence tell? The intelligence will guide us towards Krishna and not towards any sinful activity, and not towards just simply sitting and enjoying life.
Sorry, Mataji, the last bit, can you please repeat?
Yes. So when we chant, we will start listening to our intelligence, which will guide us towards Krishna, and it will stop us from doing any sinful activity. So when we start chanting, we slowly become purified, and we don't get attracted to whatever our senses are telling us. The mind will, as mind is like a small child. Oh, I want this, I don't want this. At that time, when you start chanting, you will start listening to your intelligence, and intelligence will guide you and tell you, stop, wake up early, chant Hare Krishna, take bath, cook food, offer food to Krishna, do some service to Krishna. So your mind will start becoming absorbed in Krishna. Instead of your mind being absorbed in senses, enjoying the senses, your mind will be occupied in serving Krishna. And now comes the very important and interesting part. So when my mind has no personal desire, and there is only one desire, that I want to serve and please Krishna, then what will happen at the time of death? Two things might happen. First is that subtle body along with soul will go into a body in which he can be a devotee of Krishna. So you can, in your next birth, that person will get a body so that he can advance in Krishna consciousness. Because the mind is already started getting trained in loving and serving Krishna. So mind doesn't want to enjoy separately from Krishna. He's become purified. So now next birth, next gross body, he will get where he can become a devotee of Krishna. And second option, maybe that person has become so pure, then there is no next birth. At that position, the subtle body is destroyed. When we have very, very elevated or very senior gurus who have no personal desire left, for them, the subtle body is destroyed, gross body is destroyed, and the soul is free it is liberated and it goes back to Krishna. So that is the only time when subtle body is destroyed, when the person has 100% become purified and there are no desires. Why do we take a birth again? Because we have many desires. In order to fulfill the desire, we need another body. Without a body, we cannot enjoy, right? For enjoying purpose, we need a gross body. But now, if there is no desire left, my only desire is to serve Krishna. So at that time, the subtle body will be destroyed and the soul will become free. It will become liberated and it will go back to Krishna. Last, a very small point, and we are done with this today's session, is false ego. So that is the third part. We have done mind, we have done intelligence, and we have done false ego. So, now we are going to do false ego. So what is the meaning of false ego? False ego means I identify with this gross body. For example, I am always thinking what? Well, I'm an Indian, I'm born in India. I am a female. So I always think that I am this body. I never think that I'm a soul. See, my body is not permanent. Something which is not permanent cannot be my permanent identification. For example, if you're living in a rented house, can that be your permanent address? Because after 2 years, 3 years, you'll change the house. Similarly, this body is not permanent. After say 40, 50, 60, 80 years, you'll change this body. So which means this body is not permanent. So that is not my real identity. That is why it is said that we think that I am a human being, I am a male, I'm a female, I'm an Indian, I'm American. But Krishna tells that this is not your true identity. Your true identity is that you are an eternal soul. Because soul only is permanent, right? Nothing else is permanent. Everything else is destroyed. So point is, my dear friends, that in this video that this animation that I just showed, I showed that this subtle body and soul goes to and gets into the body of a baby, human baby. But we are not sure, depending on our desire, depending on the karma we have done, we are not sure that our subtle body will go to a human body, or it will go to a plant or an insect, or it will go to an animal body. It can go to any body. If I've been eating a lot of non-vegetarian food and killing animals, do you think I will get a human body? I will get an animal body for sure. So according to the karma, according to the desires that I have, my mind, whatever desiring, according to that, we get a body in the next birth, and that place only the subtle body and soul will move to the next birth. So the next
Mataji, sorry, this part. I was explaining the
subtle body will move to the next body depending on what we are desiring, depending on what our karma has been. It is not necessary that we will take a human form. That animation we did, only for understanding how soul and subtle body moves out. but the soul and subtle body can actually enter into any living being depending on our karma and depending on our desires. So that's the end of our class today. Saurabh can take a small break. Was the session clear and understandable? I know there's a lot of information and it might take time to understand. So as you would have seen, we're working on small videos where it's easy to understand these concepts. So I will continue doing that. It will take some time to understand these things. So don't worry. Slowly we'll get it. So once Saurav is back, we can take questions because we need to do Aarti also today. Saurav, I'll try to join now from computer. I'll see if it works. I'll just be back too.
Mataji, I'm here. Sure, Mataji. Just give me one. Oh, Mataji, that only Prabhuji can do that. I am co-host. Okay, Mataji.
I'm back, Saurav. It's fine. I'm unmuted.
Oh, actually, I could unmute you also, Mataji.
And that's what I wanted, no?
Oh, I thought you wanted host access, Mataji. Sorry, I
No,
didn't know.
otherwise, now that things, class is done. No need for host.
Okay. So we are ready.
Yeah, we ready.
Hare Krishna, Namaskar, Mataji. Pranam, she says. Hmm. Well, so Mataji, I think she is talking about how you had said that the brain has the capacity to every second 65,000 thoughts.
60,000.
And you know how it happens with 44, 45, 50 years age. You keep forgetting your memory, your skills. Basically, you become very forgetful. You'll keep the key somewhere, you'll forget, or the gas is on, you'll forget. Why does that happen, Mataji?
See, actually, it is the biological process is not will stop functioning, right? The body has its own capacity. Mind might not be so alert and so agile, but then it will. Even if you ask an old person, he will be living in his past memories. Although you might think that this person is drowsy, sleeping, forgetful, but in his own minds, he will be traveling to his previous memories. He'll be living his olden days. So mind will not stop functioning. The thoughts will continue. Right? So we can take next question. Yes, so Sudarshan Prabhu question, actually I got it
Uma
on my
Mataji
message.
has something more also to add to that.
Because we have Aarti program today, no? So we won't be able to do Aarti otherwise. Sorry, because there's a lot of lag from my computer.
She says that Mataji, the same thing. She got the answer for everything.
Yeah.
I told her the body and the mind, the different things, no, they work differently.
Sudarshan Prabhu actually asked a question to me on the net. So if the question is same, I would like to answer. For the benefit of others, I would repeat the question. The question was that he find it very challenging to cook separately.
Mataji, 1 minute. There is
Okay.
something, just a short bit he wants to add. The 4-hour window, I think, when you were, talking about when the body just dies, that 4 hours,
4
what
hours.
happens?
4 hours. We never
I mean, basically, he's saying that 4 hours, if you think that from death to the time when something is being cremated, if it happens very quickly, or in during that time, 1 hour, 2 hour, however much ever time between the body, gross body to be exhumed or burnt and all of that, that soul, does it find something quickly, or what happens to it?
No, absolutely not. See, there is so much of attachment to the body. We have spent so many years in that body. We have so much attachment and love with that body. How can you move on to the next body immediately? You will move on only if you have liberated. Only if Lord will personally come and take you back to Krishna, to his abode, to his home. That is the only situation when you have become free from this world. That is the only time that you will immediately go back to Krishna's abode. Otherwise, you will remain there. That is why we do all these Shraddh ceremony and everything. Because in those Shraddh ceremony, the soul gets, the journey of the subtle body and soul becomes little easy. So it takes a lot of time for Krishna arranges the next body, but it takes a lot of time, sometimes many years for a subtle body to get another body. And I wanted to answer his other question also very quickly. So in fact, for the benefit of everybody, he finds it very challenging to cook separately, separate food without onion, garlic. So I agree with him and I fully understand. See, the point is that our scriptures tell us that we don't, whether we are Jain or it is not, we are not talking about the Jain community. We are talking about Vaishnavas, devotees of Krishna. So when we're talking about leaving onion and garlic, we are talking about everybody who's a devotee of Krishna. We're talking about Vaishnavas. We are not talking about Jains. Okay. So the point is that our acharyas, our scriptures tell us that whatever Krishna eats, we offer. Now, Krishna does not eat onion garlic. So we cannot offer to him. And we eat what Krishna eats. We don't cook separately for us. So if anybody who's finding it challenging to cook without onion garlic, I will tell you some, see, actually that is where we are slowly supposed to reach. That is the standard of leaving onion garlic, but it takes time. So what you can do, maybe once in a week, you can promise yourself that once in a week, when I'm more relaxed, when there is no tension in the house, I will cook separately without onion garlic. And if you're finding more challenging, just keep some fruits. Don't cook. You continue cooking with onion garlic. Just keep some curd rice, or cook some, some kind of sweet dish if you make. No need to give full meal. You keep some fruits, or you keep some dry fruits. Point is that whatever you get in home, offer it to Krishna. That is the main purpose. And our goal is actually to leave onion garlic. If you are a Vaishnava, if you are planning to reach that level, then you should leave onion garlic. But if you're finding it challenging, we don't need to have a fight with our family members. So whatever simply like dry fruits, they don't need any cooking. Curd doesn't need any cooking. Milk does not need any cooking. Those are simple items. You can just offer it to Krishna. Right? So those things I think can be done. Those things are practical and that can be achieved. So we'll move on to next question.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay, great. So,
I
Hare
want to
Krishna.
take question of Ravi Verma first, because he's been calling me for many days. So I want to attend to him first. What is the problem? He wanted a mala bag and a japa bag, which I've already sent it by speed post. And I have shared the details of the speed post also with him. Is there any other concern that he has? Any other question?
Mataji, he's on a mobile, so visibility is difficult, no, on the phone.
I told him to join class and ask his question. You can spotlight him. Is he spotlighted?
Yes, Mataji, yes. No, Mataji is saying that he was asking for a long time, and probably he says that it was not. He must have expected it to come earlier.
No, actually,
but
I told him earlier also, I have not been keeping well. I'm in and out of hospital. And I told him, I think he understood. Then there were this Dashera holidays that came. And the post office was, he's not seeing, I think. So I was not well, and then there were a lot of holidays.
Mataji, 1 minute, he's joining from a phone. I'm sorry, Mataji. He says, I'm sorry. He also
No
is.
need to. Yeah, no, I know he does. So already it has been dispatched. So he should get maybe this after, it's Sunday today, maybe 1 or 2 days, he should be able to get it.
Mataji says he has additional physical complications
yes,
and
yes,
muscular issues along with his deafness as well. So he
Yes,
finds
yes,
it difficult to sign. His
But I
walking is
find,
also.
that he's really improved a lot from the time he joined. I think he's improved a lot. So we'll let us all pray. And this is a very auspicious month of Kartik. So let's all of us pray for him that he gets well very soon and he gets back to his normal life. We will all pray for him. So let us all chant for Ravi that he gets well very soon. Yeah, we can move on to next person.
He wants to share. He is unable to sleep, etc. Also, he finds it very difficult.
What language can he read? Can he read some language? I think he can read Telugu or Kannada. Something he can read. What language?
Ah, Mataji, Telugu.
Telugu. Can I send him some Krishna small story books? Would he like to read? And if he reads them at night, he can sleep very nicely. When we read about Krishna at night time, some stories, it is said that we get a very nice sleep. We sleep remembering Krishna and we can sleep very comfortably. So he can try that.
Ah, Mataji, he says, yeah, he can try that. Sure, he can try.
Okay, so I can try to send him some very simple books in Telugu. Huh? But give me some time. Tell him not to be urgent because I'm going through some health issues, so I will not be able to do immediately.
He's adding, Mataji, these other further complications. His hands, etc. also difficult.
Yeah. So can we have these two people? We don't have much time now. Ganesh, can he write his question? Can send it to me?
Nandini, I put her spotlight, Mataji.
Okay. Short. So,
She missed the stories, Mataji. Today she is on the way, I think,
yeah,
traveling somewhere.
I sent her a message. I'm missing her from class. So I just sent her a message and thank you for joining.
I signed your message, Mataji, but I guess she is not able to see me. She's
Ah,
traveling, Mataji.
I saw that. So
Then
Ganesh,
there's
what is the
Ganesh Babu.
question? What is Ganesh's question? That's the last question for the day.
So cross body, Mataji, everybody, whosoever is chanting and using chanting the Maha Mantra during night, the sleep time, the subtle body, is it known? Can the subtle body also do chanting Hare Krishna? Are there people who can chant with their subtle body as well?
So while sleeping, you mean to say? Chanting while sleeping?
Yes, Mataji, yes. The subtle body basically, because when you
not
said that
chanting, but
sleeping,
yes,
the subtle body is active, right? That's what we
yeah,
learned.
but I think that happens at a very elevated and very high level when the people are really advanced, and actually yogis and all can even travel with their subtle bodies. Their gross bodies lying on the bed and they can travel the entire universe. So that can be done, but not at our level. That it's a very lot of sadhana is there, not us. big yogis can travel and do a lot of things with their subtle bodies. Okay, so thank you for the session. I have a small announcement. What is the time suitable? So what is the time suitable for Damodar Aarti for the entire month? Like today we have the class, so we can do now. But what is the suitable time? The same 9 to 10 is fine, because working days it will be very difficult. 9 to 9:15. Is it okay? 9 to 9:15 or any other time? What is the time for Damodar Aarti for the entire month? Sunday will remain same because Sunday we'll have a class. Other days, 9 o'clock, 9 to 9:15 is okay. So just give a,
most are saying yes, Mataji, okay.
because it will be working day, no? 7 o'clock. Vaishali is saying 7.
Vaishali is saying 7, Mataji.
Yeah, but then 7, not many people would have returned from work. 9, Madhura is saying 9. So now a very important thing before we quickly do our Aarti. See, I will be out of circulation for some time because I'm going for a surgery. And tomorrow I'll get to know the date of the surgery, and I'll be hospitalized for this. In this week, it's going to happen. And how much will the recovery time will be, I have no idea. And so Krishna willing, I should be back soon. So I want few volunteers who can host. So we will not be having interpreter on these sessions. These Aarti programs will be just for 15 minutes. Then we will open the link from 9 to 9:15 or maximum 9:20. So we want people to quickly join by 9 o'clock. And I want somebody like Madhura is there, Ganesh or Uma or Nandini or Bhumika, any Vaishali, all of you who are attending the classes for a long time. One of you can take the lead and host the program. Means you can coordinate everybody, that everybody is offered a Deepam and somebody is new who has. So Acharya Prabhu will make you host, and you will coordinate. And one person can keep a picture and everybody will offer Aarti. So only for not the entire month, I think I should be back within 2 weeks. So I might also not be able to conduct the next class. Somebody else might. So our Bhakti Vriksha we'll keep it on hold for some time. And so is that okay? Can somebody volunteer? Can somebody, so that I am assured that yes, things are happening behind my back also, and somebody is taking care of the Aarti program. It's a wonderful service to Krishna. If somebody, no need, you don't have to do anything. The link will open up and everybody has to join. You just have to coordinate among each one of you. That's it. So like for 1 week, somebody can do, the next week, somebody else can do. Is there anybody who can help? Otherwise, it is very difficult because I am quite unable to manage, and I won't be able to help out for some time. So please raise your hand who wants to volunteer, not for entire month, maybe 2-3 days you do and then you pass it on to the next person. You really don't have to do much. Just coordinate within each of you because interpretation is not there. Just talk to each one of you and see that everybody offers lamp. That's it. And newcomers have to be taught. Whosoever is new, they have to be taught how to do it. If there is no volunteer, then I will have to cancel the program. I mean, we'll do it only once I'm back then. When we're talking about service to Krishna, this is a service to Krishna. And it's a help to me as well. I'll be more peaceful.
We don't have many hands raised, Mataji.
So then shall we cancel? We'll have it only when I'm back.
Yes, Mataji, that is better, they're saying.
Why is that?
Mataji, 5:15.
That is very sad. I'm quite disheartened actually. Very sad. Okay. Whosoever wants to focus on the picture, please put your camera on the deity, on the Yashoda Damodar, and you all can offer lamp. Can anybody, can Uma focus on her, take the camera to her picture and we all can offer? Yes, we all can start offering. If the lamps are ready. Matches चाहिए. But nobody has got the lamp ready. I sent a message also. What happened? Madhura, Ganesh, you guys have been doing it earlier also. What is the confusion?
Mataji, they're saying that they do it at night.
So what? We can all join it together. There is no time in this month. Anytime we can do. Let's see. There is no time restriction. It feels so nice to do it together.
Uma Mataji can do it. She has the diya. There are some other people also who have the deepam ready.
Okay, I'll do my part. Just tell them that there is no time in this month. You can do it anytime. So I'm ready with my lamp. Uma, please focus. Show the picture. For worshipping, there is no time.
Mataji, can I take the lead?
Yeah,
5:30, I will have class.
Thank you, Saurav.
Okay, Mataji.